Have you ever felt this way? You want to do something great. You dream about success. You imagine yourself winning, being proud, and living a better life. But when it's time to start, you say, I'll do it tomorrow. If you've ever been full of big dreams but find it hard to take action, then this story is for you. It might just change the way you see your own life forever. Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by wide green fields and tall trees, there lived a young man named Killian. Killian was 25 years old. He was strong, healthy, and had a mind full of bright ideas. Every time his friends gathered around, Killian would talk about his dreams. He would say, "One day, I'll become the greatest farmer in this whole valley. My farm will shine with golden crops, and people from other villages will come to see it. Everyone will respect me." His friends would nod and smile. They loved Killian's confidence. He spoke as if he could already see his future in front of him. But there was just one big problem. Killian loved talking about success, but he didn't like working for it. When the sun rose, the other farmers went straight to their fields. Killian stayed in bed. When the men carried heavy tools and worked under the hot sun, Killian sat under a tree, watching and talking about what he would do someday. When the women fetched water from the well, Killian yawned and said, "I'll do mine later." He was never rude or lazy on purpose. He just always thought he had time. He always said, "Tomorrow." One evening, Killian's uncle came to visit him. His uncle was an old man, wise and respected by everyone in the village. He had worked hard his whole life and was known for his beautiful farm full of fruits and vegetables. When he reached Killian's land, he looked around. The soil was rich and healthy, but there was nothing growing, only dry dirt and a few weeds. The old man shook his head and said, "Killian, my boy, why is your field so empty? I've heard your big dreams about farming, but I see no crops here." Killian laughed. "Don't worry, uncle. I'll start tomorrow. You'll see. I'll make this land the best in the whole village." The old man smiled sadly. He had heard this "tomorrow" many times before, not just from Killian, but from many people in his life. So he decided to teach Killian a lesson that he would never forget. The next morning, Killian's uncle came back carrying 2 small bags. He handed them to Killian and said, "These are not just any seeds, my boy. They are special." Killian looked at the small bags curiously. "What do they do?" he asked. The old man said, "In one bag you'll find the seed of ambition. If you plant it, water it every day, and care for it, it will grow into a tall, strong tree. That tree will give you fruit, shade, and wealth beyond measure. In the other bag is the seed of laziness. It grows very fast, but it spreads weeds everywhere. It will take over your whole field and destroy everything around it." "Now, Killian," his uncle said seriously, "both seeds are in your hands. Your future depends on which one you choose to take care of." Killian looked at the 2 small seeds in his palm. One symbolized ambition, the other laziness. He thought to himself, "Of course, I'll plant the ambition seed. I want to be successful." But when the sun came up the next morning, Killian felt tired. He said, "I'll plant it tomorrow." Then another day passed, and another. Finally, one lazy afternoon, Killian decided to plant both seeds, just for fun. He told himself, "I'll take care of them later. Let's just see what happens." Weeks went by. Killian forgot about the seeds completely. He spent his days sleeping late, eating, chatting with friends, and dreaming about the big farm he would own one day. But dreams alone cannot make plants grow. One morning, Killian walked past his field and stopped in shock. The ground was covered in thick weeds. They were tall, messy, and wild. They twisted around each other and spread everywhere. He ran to check where he had planted the seeds. The laziness seed had grown quickly and taken over the whole land. And the ambition seed? It was small, weak, and almost dying. It hadn't been watered or cared for, so it had almost no chance to live. Killian stood there for a long time, staring at the mess. His dream of a golden field had turned into a nightmare. Just then, his uncle appeared again. He looked at the weeds and said softly, "Killian, look at your land. This is your life. Ambition is like a small seed. It grows slowly, but only if you water it every day with effort and discipline. Laziness, however, grows fast. It spreads on its own. It doesn't need care. It destroys by itself. He placed a hand on Killian's shoulder and said, "My son, you wanted to be great, but your laziness has already stolen your future." Killian fell to his knees. He touched the dying ambition seed and felt tears in his eyes. For the first time, he understood the truth. Dreams are nothing without action. If you don't feed your ambition, your laziness will feed on you. That night, Killian couldn't sleep. He kept hearing his uncle's words in his head. He thought about how many times he said, "Tomorrow." He remembered all the chances he had wasted. He whispered to himself, "If I don't change now, laziness will own me forever." Every single day, Killian worked. He cleared the weeds. He watered the ambition seed. He talked to it, cared for it, protected it from insects and animals. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Slowly, the small ambition seed began to grow. And over the years, it became a great tree that gave fruits, shade, and wealth. Killian changed, too. He was no longer lazy. He became known in the village as the farmer who fought his laziness and won. Dear listener, Killian's story isn't just about farming. It's about life. Each one of us carries two seeds inside our hearts. Seedling 1 is ambition, our dreams, goals, and hopes. Sheaf of rice 1 is laziness. Our excuses, our delays, our "I'll do it tomorrow." The seed you choose to feed is the one that will grow. Ambition only grows with daily effort, patience, and work. Laziness grows all by itself, but it kills everything good around it. So, if you have big dreams but find yourself saying, "I'll start tomorrow," remember Killian's field. Every day you wait, the weeds of laziness get stronger. Every time you act, even a little, your ambition grows taller. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no better time than today. Get up, start small, and take one step toward your dream. Because the sooner you start, the sooner your tree of ambition will grow. If you enjoyed this story and learned something meaningful, remember to share it with someone who dreams big but struggles to start. Let them know. Success isn't built by dreaming, it's built by doing. So, plant your ambition today. Water it with effort. And never let laziness take over your field again.